Hey guys, you're watching India Today Tech, and in this video we're going to unbox the Nubia M2 Lite. So the phone is available exclusively on Amazon at rupees 13,999. So let's take a look at the specs first. The phone has an octa-core processor, which is actually a MediaTek chipset, the MediaTek MT6750 to be precise, with 4 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. Then it also has a 5.5-inch LCD display with a resolution of 720p. It has a metal unibody design with 2.5D curved glass. It supports global roaming. That means you'll be able to use the phone in most of the countries because it supports almost all of the 4G bands, that is the FDD, TD bands and other GSM networks. At the rear, the phone has a 16 megapixel camera, and at front it has a 13 megapixel camera. So we're going to test that in this video. Then it runs the Android 6.0 Marshmallow operating system. It also has its own interface built on top of the operating system. Then talks about the Neo Vision 6.0, which are some of the features of the camera software, like the dual light compensation and electronic aperture, star trail and other tricks on the camera. The phone also supports face detection autofocus, which means it should be faster than most of the cameras that do support contrast detection autofocus in this price segment. And it also has a macro camera, and we'll see that once the phone is out. So let's quickly take the phone out of the box. Okay, so this is the box and here is the phone. You'll see the styling is reminiscent of previous Nubia smartphones we have seen, like the Nubia N1, with golden color accents on the right or the left side or almost all of the phone's frame. And it has a metal and glass body, but the back is metal, much similar to the iPhone that has a unibody design. And you can see that the antenna lines are also visible at the top and the bottom. Let me take that cover out for you, and we'll be better able to see the back of the smartphone. It has a matte black finish to it, and the camera at the top is surrounded by a red ring. Let's also take a look at the front part, which looks pretty neat. The fingerprint sensor is placed beneath the surface and will be much more easier to use compared to the other phones which have a button at here. This also looks very similar to the recent Motorola smartphones, the Moto G5 Plus and the G5, which have a fingerprint slightly depressed compared to the normal glass surface. Now let's power on the phone quickly, and then we'll take a look at the other phone accessories and we'll come back to the phone. So here you have the SIM adapter tool, a quick start guide in English and some other languages. Then it has the warranty card. Nubia is providing a 1-year warranty on the phone. Then there's the cable and a travel adapter. There are no earphones in the box. Okay, so now let's quickly set up the phone. So we finally powered up the Nubia M2 Lite, and as you can see, the back and the menu keys are backlit, but there are no signs made on it. This is the Nubia's interface. There is no app drawer, so all the apps are present on the home screen. And then there are some bundled apps and features on the phone. So there is already the video player and the other keyboard and manual stuff. Then there's a dual instance that looks something similar to the dual apps on Xiaomi smartphones, wherein you will be able to use 2 copies of the same app. Let's also go into the settings menu, and we'll see that the edge gestures that were present on the Nubia N1 are present on the phone. So we'll do some of the gestures and we'll show how they are used on the phone. Now some of the gestures, like the swipe to change the background applications, are supported on the phone, and you can also change from a menu that supports around 5 edge gestures. Next, the phone also has some other features like screen split that is now present on the Android Nougat by default, but since it runs the Marshmallow interface, it will be quite useful. And then you can change the keys layout. Then there are some other touch gestures like the double tap to wake or using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Then there are smart sensing features as well, like motion dialing or moving your phone to your ear to answer a call. Then there are the super screenshot that gives you on-screen recording. Those are some features that you get using your third-party applications. So these are already present on the phone. Now let's also quickly test the camera quality of the phone, though we'll be able to properly check the camera quality with taking the camera outdoors. So let's see how the phone captures. Autofocus of the phone is quite good, as seen right now, and the quality of the photos are also quite good. Let's also test the front camera. So I'll also be taking some of the shots of the rear camera and putting in all the photos in the video, and so that you'll be able to see. The phone has a 30 megapixel front sensor. So for now, since the light is good, we think that the quality is fine, but we'll have to go low light camera quality test before we can give you a final rating of the camera. So we have enrolled one finger, and let's quickly check how fast the unlock is. So I'm just gonna momentarily place my finger on the fingerprint sensor, and it seems to be quite fast. The phone seems to be quite light. For a 5.5-inch device, it's not that heavy, and the curved edges also give a very good grip. But I'm not sure about the build quality, though the company says it's metal unibody, and the look and feel is not as good as you get on the flagship devices, which is obvious because given the price point of the smartphone, there has to be some distinction. But then again, for the price, the build quality and the looks of the smartphone seem to be quite good.